Hi, I'm Carrie Ann Stout, founder and CEO of Vinco Bar Exam Coaching. And I am so excited today. This is our very first interview with a former Vinco student. And we're going to be having a quick chat today about Renee's experience with bar prep in general and specifically with working with Vinco. So good morning, Renee. How are you today?
I'm good. Good morning. How are you?
I am good. I am really excited to just be catching up with you in general. And thank you for being here with us. So, like I said, time moves fast. So let's jump in with the first question.
Sure.
So when you were looking into getting some help with the bar exam, whether it was looking for a coach or a tutor, what was important to you? What were the things specifically that you were looking for?
I was very open at first because I didn't think like tutoring was something that could kind of hone my skills, and I just had this preconceived notion. But at this time I was in distress. So I was very open. But, in the initial conversation, I just needed someone to, kind of listen to what my strong points were, where I was struggling, and just to be open to what I was saying at the time.
Like someone who was going to hear you out of like what were your concerns and not just like talk at you.
Yes.
Yeah, because lawyers like to talk, right?
Right, right.
And this is a big one. A lot of students, I feel like I spend my whole life trying to adequately describe like what working with Vinco is like in terms of a coaching experience. So how would you describe if someone was like, hey, I'm interested in working with Vinco, but like, what does like coaching mean? How would you describe that?
So I would say coaching was more wholesome because it not only focused on the academic, but also kind of like the, demanding mental aspects of it, physical aspects of it. Because even when we did our one-on-one calls, I promised like our first 10 minutes would just, be kind of going through our mental health space, kind of venting and starting before we focus on the, academic part of it.
Yeah, like getting all of that out and
Yes.
getting all that out into the open and just like letting it go is really important. I like to
Right.
describe it
Just
as like we're all up in your business. That's what coaching
it's
is.
like therapy first
Yeah.
before the actual coaching part of it. So it's like a really good balance.
Yeah, that's a really good way to look at it. Is like I like wholesome, holistic, like not just academic. We're kind of focusing on everything. I think that's a really
Absolutely.
smart way to describe it. And so, first of all, thank you for being willing to share about your bar prep experiences. And so,
Hmm.
I'm really excited for you to talk a little bit about sort of like the first time you took the bar,
Hmm.
when you didn't get a passing score versus the times you studied and you did get a
Hmm.
passing score. Like, what were some of the big differences between those?
So I took the bar 3 times. So the first time I missed it by 8 points, the second time by 6 points, and the third time I passed, of course. What I did differently, I would say, is I learned that it was okay to not just focus on my strong points and kind of, you know, not negate them, but more so focus on, what were my significant issues. I did a lot more timing.
Mm, that's right.
Yes, a lot more timing from the beginning. Also, that ripping the band-aid off, you can start the practice questions even though you don't think that you are, kind of solid in that subject area. That was very important. And even though timing, seeing questions that you're not, you know, more so you don't have the answer for, you don't know how to address it, how to attack the question, putting something there instead of just, quitting. See what you can get to at that point. I think that was very important and more active studying, not passive studying. So a lot more
Yeah,
practice.
so that's a lot of changes, right? So more active studying, more practice questions,
Absolutely.
timing yourself, learning that you like writing something is better than writing nothing, which a lot of people don't realize. And just, I think what you started with is important for me to reemphasize though, is that you weren't just like, I'm going to let my strengths carry me. You kind of started focusing on, well, actually, where am I losing points and how can I
Mm-hmm.
bring that up? Because there is that balance there.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you were talking to someone who is, studying for the bar exam and you
Mm-hmm.
could tell them like one piece of advice, what would you tell them?
I would say get confidence. Somewhere along the line. It's not going to start in the beginning, confidence and being accountable to yourself, knowing what you were supposed to do versus what you haven't done, and also being open and accountable to your coach. It's okay to say, I haven't gotten to this point. This is what we laid out for this week. And, adjusting your schedule for the week. Because it's a lot of adjustments. Sometimes you have to focus more, or, you've kind of grasped something. Just because you've grasped it doesn't mean that you want to drill it down, but you also want to give, adequate time for something else so you can reach that same level of expertise.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the final question is obviously a little self-serving, but what was your favorite part about working with Vinco and having that coach?
My favorite part, I would say, is that you weren't necessarily isolated. Even though it was like a one-on-one phone call, we weren't isolated. We had the group calls in which we could, kind of see others that were in the same position as us, feed off of everyone else's energy. And I also liked the games we did. They were fun. Of course.
Nobody thinks about bar prep with like games.
Right.
We play games at Vinco. Welcome.
It was fun, but it also helped. It also kind of allowed you to do more fun studying. I mean, studying is never really fun, but the studying was helpful, and I think that was the best part. That and the emotional support. That was just, those two I think were the most amazing parts.
Well, thank you so much for spending this Saturday morning with me. It's great to catch up with you. And if you guys are interested in learning some more about Vinco, you can find us at vincoprep.com. And I will see you back here for the next call.